every time she gets in a relationship with a new guy, she's comparing that guy to the other 100 dudes she's been with.
Or the best one of those 100.
Guys don't do that with girls.
This is the whole reason the passport bros do what they do, right?
Yeah.
Is they're looking for wifey material, right? If you're going to try and find wifey material in the States, you're probably going to have to go to flyover states.
Why are we basing someone's worth off of whether they've had sex or not?
Because that's what men value.
Men
Yeah.
value
Like,
women who do not have high body counts.
Yeah.
Women are. I don't think that women truly understand, especially now, because we are taught and told now that it is okay to just do whatever the actual we want to do, and it is not okay to do whatever the actual we want to do. Our bodies are a temple, and this body that we have is supposed to be a temple for the men that we choose later on in life to be with, like as a partner that we choose to be with for the rest of our life. We need to have have our body has to be preserved. I'm not saying we have to be a virgin by the time we meet him, but it needs to be preserved. We don't need to be
I've always thought about that. Like my future husband.
Our husband isn't going to want us to you slept with 1,000 men before you came to me.
Trust me. What I think is that the more life you live, the more you'll understand this concept. But most women, we are like, our brains are wired to fall in love.
Of course.
We're trying to fall in love. We're trying to find our life mate.
Dopamine release after you have
sex. So these girls that these men deem are not wifey material because they've fallen in love XYZ amount of times. Like my body count is less than.
But now the problem is though that after they've done it so many times, now they can't fall in love again.
Well,
that is the reason why they.
But that's not true. That's not true either.
Amber, do you want to get married?
I've been married.
You have been, but
I'm divorced.
Do you want to get married again?
I actually do. Mm-hmm. I used to not want to. I was very, very I had PTSD. I was traumatized.
Let's talk about the survey.
Yeah. I was going to say. Lori, you're from a Latin background in family. Do you want to get married as well?
Yeah, I absolutely want to get married.
Mm-hmm. Is that how high a priority is that for you?
It's a high priority. Like I was just saying, I've always had my future husband in mind my whole life. It's not been that, debilitating, but it's always been there, and I've always wanted a life partner, a buddy, and to take marriage seriously and to respect that. I mean, that's something I value.
Do you think that if we were going to take a statistical survey, as a woman's body count goes up, the likelihood of her being able to stay in a marriage goes up or goes down?
Honestly, it depends on that person's
we're taking a survey.
Life experience.
We're taking a survey of let's just say over 1 million people.
I'm going to say that the two are not correlated.
Okay, so they are. So it's great. That's a great guess.
And is she telling the men her honest body count?
The problem is
within reason.
The problem is once you get to 1 million people. We're talking about the survey from family, and I forgot the name. Once we get to once we start doing the survey over time, eventually you can find a little deviation or a plus minus error mark for what actually is going on. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but women are known to stay in relationships far longer than men will, way longer than they should.
Okay,
so women will stay in a relationship because they can see potential that men do not see. Okay. So I will tell you, it's not correlated. With women, our brains don't work the same way.
So first off, 78% of relationships or divorces are initiated by who?
You're going to say by women, but
they are. It's not that I'm going to say by women. It's the U.S. Census says that they're initiated by women. Number one. Number two, there is a correlation. Once you get above 10 dudes, the likelihood of a woman staying happy in a relationship gets below 50%.
My number is lower than that.
Huh?
So.
Right. No, but my point is
statistically, I'm doing great.
I'm not saying this. So according to the survey, as you get to 10, it drops off once you get past 10.
Crazy.
I'm not telling you guys this to go not sleep with anyone. What I'm telling you this is now here comes the comparison. What do you think happens when men sleep with a lot of women? Do you think their ability to stay in a relationship goes up or down?
I think that men.
I have an answer.
You go first. You go first.
I think they will be able to stay in the relationship a lot easier because they're like, I've been there, done that. That's kind of how my past couple relationships were. Is they were like, I already was a whore for so many years and fucked 1,000 women, so I'm good.
Ask Sterling this.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Sterling, a man's ability to stay in a relationship based on his body count.
The man popped a button. It was the cake.
It's a cake.
Actually, let me ask you, Laura.
That's good luck in some countries.
Do you think the same study? Do you think men, when they had a higher body count, do you think it affected their ability to be in a relationship?
No, I agree with what you were saying. I think that a higher body count makes a man able to stay in a relationship longer?
These are some red-pilled ass women. Okay,
Yeah.
Laura.
Honestly.
Okay, Laura Tate. All right, Laura Tate.
I know. Laura's been based this whole time, man.
Kylie, what do you think?
They were like, I've already done
Yeah.
all that. It was
what's
fun.
the
Now I'm
question?
ready for the real
Yeah.
deal.
So
Getting
we've
older
discussed
Yeah.
from this.
Body
By the way,
counts are
just
higher,
so you
lower.
guys know, it's below 17%. Once you get above 20 dudes, it's below 17% likelihood of you staying in a marriage. Now, let's go to this. For men, do you think it affects their ability to stay in a
No.
relationship? Interesting. Well, you all got it correct. Yes, it does not.
I
Affect.
do have a good
Question.
point, though. Kaylin had a good point.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, but what if, like, if a girl has a really high body count and she, like, goes to this guy she really likes, like, she wants to be with him, and she lies about it. She's like, well, I haven't slept with, like, I've only slept with, like, 3 guys.
It doesn't matter. It's
Something like that,
It's got
like,
nothing to lie.
but you're not, how is the guy going to know that?
Because he's going to get a divorce summons. That's how he's going to know. Because the relationship's going to fucking end. That's
not-
the point.
But how?
It's
How
not-
is he
it-
going to
no.
know that she's lying about
It
it?
doesn't matter.
It's not on his end. It doesn't matter if he knows what her body count is. What matters is
She'll never be
her.
satisfied?
What matters is her
Yeah, what is the
her
point on making- I don't get
comparison
this.
of him to every other guy she's been with.
And now we can talk about
That's
alpha
why.
widows.
That's
Thank
that's
you
what I
for
mean.
that segue.
So if she's been with, say, like 100 dudes, every time she gets to a relationship with a new guy, she's comparing that guy to the other 100 dudes she's been with.
or the best one of those
Which is
100.
Guys don't do that with girls?
The best
Not
one.
really.
The best one.
Or best two,
Not really.
whatever.
I
it
feel
is.
like
comparing all the
definitely
best
do that
It
with
means
girls.
something different to us.
Well, yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
we
for
hold
sure,
on
but-
and attach to all the things we loved about each man, whereas the guys are, whatever, on to the next. They just look
Can
at
I
it
present a
differently than we do,
scenario?
I think.
Yes.
And I'm not going to name names, okay? I'm going to present a scenario. Okay. My
So
friend
tactful.
was 18 when she got with her husband. She was married from 18 to 29. That's the only man she had been with. 3 months after their separation and their divorce, she met someone else and immediately, narcissist, fell in love and was with him for 3 years.
Oh, this is a friend of yours a long time ago.
A long time ago. This is somebody I
friend
know,
of
a
yours.
friend of
Okay,
mine.
yeah, I know this friend.
So, after being in 2 long-term monogamous relationships, by the time that second relationship ended, she was already 33 years old. Okay? If that girl goes and tells someone at 33 that she's single, but has only had 2 sexual partners, everyone laughs in her face.
Of course.
And thinks she's lying, and thinks that it's not true, thinks there's no way in hell that that's, yeah, right, she's ran through. But if you have been in long-term relationships, monogamous in those relationships, because she didn't have threesomes in those relationships, so it's just that person.
Yeah.
Then her count is low and not debatable. But to someone who doesn't know her story, there's a lot of opinions on it.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, but
That doesn't make
listen,
my words
Whoever's talking
any
shit
less.
about you in the fucking chat, don't react to them.
No, I'm saying this
Yeah.
to the panel. I'm
Okay.
saying this to the panel. The value of having either more or less, it doesn't matter.
What I'm gonna say
Sterling,
right now-
I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I've been in relationships with women who have a very, very similar situation to that. Like 30 with maybe only 2 partners or 3 or 4 partners max across 30 years. And you can tell as a man, if you are experienced as a man, if you've had relationships and you've seen red flags, you've seen green flags, you can tell instantly if this woman has a very, very high body count or a very, very low body count.
How?
You can tell.
Like, because she f***ed you on the first night and then
I'm
you're like,
trying to figure
"Oh,
that out
yo."
too. Wait, I was about
It's
to
not
ask
that. It's not
that.
that. It's not that. It's the little things. It's the tiny little things.
Like what? Give an
that you
example.
just go over the, like
Are you sure it's not just obvious to you because you're kind of an expert?
no,
Maybe it's not obvious to every
that's a
guy.
good point.
I mean, I think it's obvious to me because I've got experience. Yes,
It's obvious to guys who.
Oh my God.
It's obvious to guys who have fucked in the
right,
past.
like
Then you're
what?
speaking
Like
to
what
like
is it?
20%
What's
of the
a-
All right,
population.
good. What is the thing? What is the
What
thing?
is the thing? Give an
okay, like
example.
okay, as an like one little example. Okay, we have a good night. I go have a shower. I come back and my clothes are like folded on the end of the bed.
That's wifey material.
I always do
That's
that.
a Latina. You gotta date a Latina.
Yeah.
We do that for you. That's a Tuesday. That's a Tuesday on a second date. But you're just dating the wrong girl.
One example, right? Or I go out of the house and she's cleaned the house. Or I go to the house.
That's a Latina. Madre, te estoy diciendo. You have to date a Latina.
These are not Latinas.
I didn't
These
do
are
that
not
for you on the
Latinas.
first date. You bought me dinner?
They don't want you to move in.
dinner, I'll
They
give
do
you
not
my
want you to
dinner.
move in.
Bro.
She's putting in effort to try. But the key is she's putting in effort to try and keep me around. That's the key distinction.
Or you
She's
put
trying
that
to
dick
keep-
down.
You think she has a lower or high body count?
Lower.
But if she has a high body count and does that
much
because
lower.
she wants to keep
But
you around,
when
how are you going to
typically when they have a high, in my experience at least, when women have a higher body count, they get blasé they get entitled,
Kick
and
you
they
out,
don't
you're done.
try as hard to keep the same guy around.
That's crazy.
They drink all your tequila, and then they call themselves an
They
Uber.
are not incentivized.
Has that happened to you? You sound scorned.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can carry this home. Let me see if I can take this home. So, like, when you have a woman who has, like we were saying, there's two body count, right? Then you have a woman who's got, let's say, 10. Okay. We would say a whole 10. I know. This is not fresh and fit. Sorry. So, which most guys would say this: the girl with 2 would be more on the sexual market would be more valuable than the one with 10. Correct? Except for the woman with 2 had a husband who was very, very alpha and had that real kind of dominant personality, very dominant personality. And the woman who had 10 that you're dating now. All those guys who are 10 are nowhere near as alpha and as dominant, as masculine as you are. So when I talk about the alpha widow dynamic, what I mean is this: is women tend to fixate on the guy who was the most strong, dominant guy who made the most impression upon them that they pine for later on if they're with the guy who is not up to that same standard as the guy that they used to be with before. That's why I was asking you guys earlier about, like, have you ever remained friends with a former lover kind of thing, right? So what women will do is they'll be in a relationship with a guy who's like not exactly their choice. They're settling for the guy because he's like Mr. for now. Whereas she's looking back on her sexual past and saying, that guy who's the hot guy in the foam cannon party on Cancun on spring break, I got to get back to that hot thing. So here's the thing. If you have a woman who has 2 and you have a woman who has 10, the likelihood that one of those 10 is going to be the alpha that she's pining for, that she's widowed for, is more likely because there's more guys. The pool is larger. If there's 2 and one of those guys is way more alpha than any other, like he's Jason Momoa, like that's her ex, you're not going to be able to out alpha fucking Jason Momoa. So is it a body count? Is it a numbers game, or is it the impact of the alpha game?
Let's ask Miss December 22 of Penthouse.
No, there is a show. I don't watch TV very much, but during like COVID, we all succumbed to the fucking box. There was a show, and it was a married woman. She had kids, and she was like fantasizing over like an ex that she had. That
you talking about Sex Life?
Sex
Life on Netflix.
Yes.
Man, that shit was crazy, bro.
Literally, I was like,
don't get Michael started on that show.
Spoiler alert, bro. I talked about that show for weeks, man. Because that shit was crazy. No, it was wild. Here's what was wild. That's how the world is. What was wild is that they actually made a TV show that told that much truth. I couldn't believe they made a TV show like that. Because at the very end, she walks up to the dude, the Australian guy, and she goes, "This hasn't changed anything. I still love my husband." No. Me. Like that was the last scene of the show. And I was like, "Bitch, are you kidding me?" And he's all stressed out, and he's got to like try to call some side pussy to try to make up for the fact that his wife is gonna go fuck this Australian dude. It's so crazy.
It was wild, but I have this vision in my mind, and like it's what the ladies were saying. You will never know if a woman's body count is high or low. Usually you will not, because culturally there are certain ways that women behave, and they've been taught to behave no matter what. And that's just like a normal
women underreport, men overreport.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you're also never going to tell the truth.
That goes back to
about that particular thing.
No, that's not true. I feel like
across the board, across the population, most women are going to underreport what their body.
There's going to be guys that don't count. Chris Brown doesn't count.
Gross.
Okay. Yeah, but he
can't remember.
But I don't remember that whole thing happened. No, for sure.
But I feel like that sounds like you being a little bitter and scorned, but a lot of women do tell the truth. A lot of women do tell the truth. So you have to think about where you're at and who you're talking to, I guess, in the situation. But that's not always necessarily true, because then women can say all men lie.
But I'm also saying like the actual the point Roller just made, the actual number doesn't matter. The actual number doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is
the behavior.
The impact.
The behavior. The impact of those guys.
The stimulus on the phenotype. Yeah, that's essentially what it is.